Yeah, hi guys. Um, I'm a bit of an entrepreneur and I love to make money. And I was thinking, because I always like to, buy stuff and flip it. I was thinking to myself, what's the most easiest thing that you can store? It doesn't cost you a lot of money to store them, because if you buy and sell cars, you need a lot of space. And I thought, you see all these TV shows about buying and selling watches, and I'm from Victoria in Australia. I thought to myself, how many watches would be sold in Victoria alone in the second-hand market in just Rolex watches? And I thought to myself, well, I'll give it a go and I'll start it up and scale it and build it into something. So um, I'll start off. If you are gonna buy watches, I'm just gonna specialise in just Rolex watches. No other watch, but just straight Rolexes, because the name speaks for itself and everyone loves Rolex watches. So the most important thing you're going to need to do is have a bit of security when you buy them. So basically get yourself a nice big safe installed. So like this one, for instance, it's nice and big. It cost about $2.5 to have it installed all up. And you want something like that for your watches. You could probably fit 100 Rolex watches in there, 200, maybe even 300 without the boxes. So we'll start off with the first Rolex watch that I required about a month and a half ago. I bought it off a pawnbroker. This is the type of safe you're going to want to get, something like this. Easy combination. This one's good because it's also got another cabinet inside for extra security, and it'd take them at least 2 or 3 hours. If they probably wouldn't even be able to get into this one because it's got glass in the door, so if they fuck with the door, the glass will break and it completely locks itself. So it's a very good safe, bank quality. So we'll get the Rolex watch out, the one that I brought. So this is the first Rolex watch that I brought. As I said, I brought it off a pawnbroker from Frankston, and I plan on flipping this one. And I want to scale this company to a big company, so everyone buys Rolex watches off me. That's a problem with when you want to buy a Rolex watch. There's no trust there. So if you can provide that trust, people will buy off you. So this is the first one that I bought. Because we're on a bit of a budget, we haven't got fancy film equipment or anything like that. I'll get the watch out. Get the bits and pieces. Now the box, I don't think the box is genuine, because I've got a pretty good eye for these Rolex watches, and to me that looks a bit not the right colour. But anyway, we'll go through the paperwork. And I've got a mate of mine that's he actually collects Rolex watches, and there wouldn't be a thing that he wouldn't know about them. There's a lot of fake ones getting around, but don't worry, this one's genuine. It's got the Rolex paperwork, the books. Having the box and the papers does put more value on the watch. So this will be the first watch that I'm going to flip, and hopefully it's one of hundreds I get to flip in the future. So we'll have a look at the watch. It's basically it's definitely a genuine Rolex. Anyway guys, I paid 10k for this one, and it's probably you'd probably get 13 to 14,000 for it. So give these a bit of a good shake where you wind them up. Just don't want to play with the dial. It's working all good. Actually, believe it or not, stainless steel, a lot more people like the stainless steel than the gold. But I don't know, I'm not an expert on Rolex watches, but I'm only just learning. But we'll go through the book here. There's a certificate. It's all legit. It was brought in of a person in California. So this is the type of stuff that I want to buy and flip. And it's like anything, you have to start off small. But if you like what I'm doing, follow me journey, and see how far I can get in the way of becoming a big dealer in just Rolex watches.